Hello class. In this session, we're going to take a look at a practical example of using JavaScript functions to perform calculations. Before we begin, I would like to say that we're using Chefette Restaurant as our example. We are not advertising for Chefette. Our prices are purely fictional, and our exercise is being done merely for our class project. In a previous class, we looked at variables, we looked at outputting of data using document.write, we looked at alert boxes, we looked at prompt boxes, we looked at text boxes. So we're going to be incorporating all of these in our example. And we're going to be using get elements by ID to refer to the text boxes, the input boxes that we have within our table. So let's first look and see what the project will do. So here we have the text roties, the drop down. See, we click on the drop down and we make a choice. So let's say that I chose all beef roti, which I have said here is $9. Then in the box, the third box here, I'm going to put the number of rotis that I want. So let's say I want 6 rotis. For the burgers, I do the same. If I want cheese and hamburger, you can see that the price is displayed there. I am going to put here the number that I want. Pizza, the price is also given. And if I want pizza, and we're doing pizza by the slice, so I want 3 slices, I put 3. If I wanted a chicken breast sandwich, maybe I only want 1, put 1. Snack box, I don't want snack box. I don't want a snack box. So I'll leave that at 0. What I want to do here is to click on update. And what it should do for me is to calculate the total cost. My cancel button is going to remove the data. We want to turn our attention to the CSS code and the JavaScript code. Let's take a look at the CSS code that we have within our style sheet here. You can see that we are using a CSS class within a table data for a table. The first class is called items, and you can see the CSS code for everything that pertains to that class items. Text align is to the left, the font size, the color. I've left that empty. You can put a color there if you like. Font weight is bold. I have the text indent. And you can put a number there if you wanted to indent your text. We have another class called iBox with the font size, the align center. We have the select box, which is the drop down box. And for that, we have the font size being 11. All of these you can change. Then we come down to the JavaScript itself. You can see here that we are declaring the variables that we're going to be using. We're going to be using variables called roti total, roti price, roti quant, standing for roti quantity, burger total, burger price, burger quantity, pizza total, pizza price. And notice here that I have assigned a value to the pizza price. You have the pizza quantity, the sandwich total, the sandwich price has been assigned a value. You have the sandwich quantity being used as a variable. The snack price has been assigned $4.95. Remember, this is purely fictional. The sandwich quantity is a variable. We also have a variable called field and a variable called total. Then we begin the function. This particular function is called retrieve values. And you can see here the assignment using document get element by ID, which means that we have an element in our body and the ID of that element is roti price. So the roti price is going to be assigned to that element where the ID is roti price. The same thing goes for the roti quantity, the burger price, the burger quantity, pizza quantity, sandwich quantity, snack quantity. All of those are going to be referred to by the ID. And when we look at the table, we will look at the drop-down boxes, the input boxes, the text boxes. We will see that these IDs here correspond. We have another function called calc price, and that's going to calculate the price. You can see that we have assigned the calculations. So the roti total is going to be roti price value. So whatever is the roti price, that roti price value multiplied by the roti quantity. The burger total is assigned the calculation burger price multiplied by burger quantity value. The pizza total, the sandwich total, and the snack total. All these are the calculations. Then here you have another calculation for the total, and as you can see, all we're doing here is adding up the totals. The roti total, burger total, pizza total, sandwich total, snack total. If you remember on the screen, we were able to choose the item and then the price is already assigned. So if you choose a number, if you wanted 5 rotis, then the roti total would be the number that you chose multiplied by the price that was assigned. Now let's look at the body. We're actually using a table and we're using the Chefette background you can see here. The background can be within the body, the background can be written in CSS, or the background can be written in JavaScript. You see, we begin here with the table statement. So we have the table aligned center, we have the width, then we have the first row, which is the TR. You can see that we have Chefette Restaurant in an H1, and we're actually doing a column span, meaning that the word Chefette Restaurant will span the 3 columns. Your table has 3 columns. So the TD will be the first one, the first TD. Then here for this one, we went across the column, so we span those. The next row here, you see that the first item, the table data item, the TD, is rotis. And then within the next TD, you actually have a drop down, which is the select box statement with the option values. We see you have the 930, the 950, the 9, the 920 for this text, chicken, beef. What you see here in black is text, but the value really would be option value equal what the value is. So that's your drop down, that's your select statement. And then we have another table data item here where we have the class ID being used for the roti quantity. So we actually have this in a box, and the ID of the box is roti quantity. So when you type the quantity, it will go into the box whose ID is roti quantity. We have another row here with the burgers. And we also have a drop down for this one. See here we have a select box. The class is select box. So you have a select statement with the drop down where you can choose whether you want a plain burger or a burger with cheese. For our pizza, remember that we had actually given a price for the pizza. So with that price is $8.75, and we would have declared the pizza price in the function. We also have a row with the chicken breast sandwich and the price for the chicken breast sandwich. And here the price that you can see here is simply text, because remember that our prices are in the function, and the table will just show the text and show the name of the class that is being used to format the items. At the end here, you can see that we have the total cost, and we have a box here. Your total cost is going to be in this box. You can see here that the idea of this box is total price. So that's where the total price is going to go. And here in the TR at the bottom, you can see that we have a button, and we're saying for the button, when you click the button, you're going to be calling the function calc price, and the name of the button is update. You also have another button here that when you click cancel, it will clear the items. Let's go back to the screen, the mobile app screen, and let's do it one more time so you can see what that code will push. Again, you have, this is text, this is a table, and you actually have a select statement here where you have options. So if you click the down arrow, you can choose the all chicken, and then you can put here the number of chicken rotis you want, if you want 5. So what the program will be doing is looking for the ID for this drop-down statement, looking at the ID of this box where you typed 5, and it's going to multiply the price that we assigned to the all chicken by the 5. It's going to do the same for burgers. If I choose plain and I put that I want 2, it's going to do the same. And here I don't have a drop down. I actually have pizza assigned to that amount. So if I were to put 2 slices of pizza, it will multiply 2 by $8.75, and so on. So that when I click on update, I will get the total cost. When I click on cancel, it is going to clear the box. For your class project, if you're going to be using Java for calculation, you might just want to use this as an example to see how you would output your data using the function, using the get elements by IG. This is the end of this session, and I want to thank you for listening.